We're doing a lot of stuff now, a whole bunch of stuff that's going to transfer into your range of motion with two hands, but the biggest problem that people have is that the bottom hand is stuck, and when the bottom hand is stuck, it limits their range of motion. They don't activate their legs. So for example, let's say the famous toe drag. By the way, when I teach pulling the puck in, yes, you can use it as a toe drag, but that's not the purpose that I use pull-ins or toe drags for, because a good defenseman reads that. Unless you're excellent at it, you could read the situation real well. But what you need range of motion for is maybe there's a loose puck, right? And you're scooping in a loose puck. If you don't have a good leg bend, or you don't understand how to use your bottom hand, how to pull that puck out, you're missing opportunities. A lot of shots come from that same movement, right? If I'm coming in, catch a pass off my inside leg, right? It's the same thing as a pull-in or a toe drag. That puck comes into your body, and those adjustments need to be made. So my focus on this is not so you can go on a defenseman and go like this and pull it in, although you can use it for that if the opportunity is there. But I want to be really clear that this motion here is more than just a one-on-one toe drag or a move on a goalie. It's used all over the ice. As you see drills as we go through the website, you're going to see how this is used all over the place. We always point stuff out. So anyways, how we're going to start off is one-handed stuff. So what we're focusing on is, I'm a left-hand shot, so I'm going to keep my top hand in front of me. So the first thing we're going to do is, as a left-hand shot, when I'm reaching out, notice how my left foot is bent, right? So all my weight's here. So we talk about load and explode. This is your load, this is your explode, all right? You're transferring weight to the other side, you're bringing your top hand through. Now, one of the things that will give guys a lot of problems is the extension of your elbows, all right? I learned this in martial arts, to be honest with you. I learned that there's a point where your tendons are very, very strong. I've learned where they're very, very weak. So a lot of people, when they're doing this pulling movement, is when they pull, they have a bend in their elbow, and which also stiffens up their legs. And when they end, there's a bend in their elbow. And that's your weakest point. Your strongest points on your elbow, or on that joint, is going to be when it's extended. When it's extended like that, I can actually push down on the stick, and I can snap that puck back. When I finish it, to get it close to my body, I'm going to snap it so that tendon's nice and tight and nice and strong, so I can push it back. All right, so the first one we're going to do is going to keep the puck right in the middle of our body, load it up with our front foot, bringing it back, full extension. So making sure we activate our feet. Pull, push, pull. Push, pull. Push, pull, straightening out those tendons. Here we go. Push, see the load on the legs, right? We're always loading and exploding. Extend your tendons in your arm.